up and good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
On first down, it's Fields. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Second and 8. Off play action, Fields. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Aguilar. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Mostert. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, it's Taylor. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half, it's Griffin. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. There he goes inside the 30. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Fields. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
To throw is RG3. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Peterson. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Well, he's definitely difficult to account for out of the backfield, and he makes something happen there with the ball in his hands. He's got Perriman. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Griffin. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Touchdown! Robert Tunyon. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it any.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. A.J. Epinesa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up
and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. After the interception, here's Griffin, eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Griffin. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They go play action with Griffin. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Tonyan, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Rolling to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A very solid gain of 27. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Peterson And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Again, Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Justin Fields, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score. Patriots 21.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Play action. Now Griffin. Flushed out right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
On 2nd and 10, Griffin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
Mike 5-5, Mike 5-5.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Escaping the pressure right. Hunter Henry brings it in. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Throwing on third down, Fields. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Nicole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Point after here coming up. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Next score, Bills 56, Patriots 35.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
29 is Mike 29. Check.
Griffin going to throw it. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile for New England, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.
Jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My hunters matching my Dodger fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look,